Hi guys. Um, I'm a happy man today. I mean, I'm a happy man. I'm more happier than for one reason, more than one reason. The first thing what I'm more happy about is that when God speaks to you, you can either deny His voice or listen to His voice. So the first thing I am happy about is listening to God's voice when He spoke to me. You know, um, the second thing I'm happy about is that I got the watch, baby. Yeah, I got the watch, baby. Oh man. Mm, yeah, I got the watch. You know what I mean? Um, came this afternoon. I was gonna go out early on, but something told me to stay in. Record delivery all the way from the USA. You know what I mean? Straight from the dealer. You know what I mean? JBW, baby. Yeah, all stamped up. All the paperwork came with it, everything. You know what I mean? I got the watch, baby. I got the watch. Now, some of you previously might have seen my other videos and seen me in another watch where it had the diamonds and the gold streak coming down. I remember when I bought that watch there, I was working 3 jobs, and it took me 2 years to actually save up for that money to get that watch. That watch cost me £900. Yeah, and as I was walking out the shop with that watch, the owner of the shop told me to look after this watch. And I said, yeah, obviously. I paid £900 for it. I'm going to look after it. He says, no, 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 look after this watch because there's only 10 of them that has been made in this world. Only 10 of them. And that's what gives it the value of the price going up in the future. And I did see him about a couple of years ago, and I said, how long do you reckon I've got until, because he gave me an estimate to say that this watch will be worth £5,000 in the near future. You pay 900, but if you're going to sell it, it's gonna, you put a figure of £5,000 on auction, and someone will buy it off you. Because there's only 10 in the world, and it was a name brand watch. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't have much people come to my house. You know what I mean? I'm a private person. My circle is small. I used to hang around with 20 people a day on the block in the streets, like streets of London. But hanging around with 20 people a day, it looks like you're well protected and you're well looked after. Because mans will say that I've got your back. You know what I mean? They got your back. Any trouble coming to you, they've got your back. But I remember one time trouble did come to me, and I looked at my firm, I looked at my crew, and I realized all of them were running. You know what I'm saying? Every one of them were running. And these guys had some reputation in the streets of London. If I did start calling out their names, some of you who recognize their names, you was they you will say to yourself, or you will say to me, you mean my man was with you, Top Boy, and he ran? Nah, I don't believe that, man. My man's a top boy. But you see, some of these top boys, they are the first one to run when trouble comes their way. They only look big in the moment, they look big in a second. But when real trouble comes their way, they're the first ones to run. I shared a room with 2 guys who were murderers from Peckham. And they were going, yeah, man. You know what I mean? I dealt with my man. They're talking all the big talk. You know what I mean? They're up for a big charge, the N word. But, when you really get to know them, you realize that they were just little kids trying to act like they're big men. You know what I mean? They were a couple of years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? From Peckham. You know what I mean? So I've seen some, I've seen some real gangsters. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've seen some, I know a real gangster when I see one. You know what I'm saying? It's like the heart has left the body. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, I don't really hang around with too much people. I like to keep myself. You normally see me with one person or just me and my dog Charlie walking down the street. You know what I mean? Because I know Charlie will run into you more than run away from you. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's a peaceful man just like myself. You know what I'm saying? But we do defend when we need to defend. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this guy who I did meet a couple times now, he seemed like a cool guy, seemed cool, you know what I mean? And just at the spare at the moment. Sometimes you have to think at the spare of the moment, what are you doing at the spare of the moment? You know what I'm saying? Because it just happens at the spare of the moment. I was going past my house and I see him, and he's never been to my house before. And I paused to give him something back or something like that. And I told him to come into my house, and he came into my house now. And it's like at the back, that's where I keep the entertainment, all the laptops and the tablets and all the flat screen TV and everything. You know what I mean? That's where I keep my entertainment. I'm trying to design my room as a proper games room. You know what I'm saying? Music room. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost me a couple grand to do that. But anyway, I asked him to, I said, yeah, come in, bruv. Sit at the back of my house. Sit at the back of my house now. And I noticed he asked me for a drink. So I said, yeah, yeah, come true. But I noticed as I'm going to get the drink at the front of the house, I noticed he was staying where he was. So I thought, oh, okay, that's cool. And nothing off that, I mean. But I remember before he came, I was in my house and I had a shower, kind of a long day. I was, took off my watch, took off my jewelry, and I just left it anywhere around the house. It's my house, you know what I mean? I'll find my jewelry later. I'm not worried about my jewelry. I'm in my house, you know what I mean? So I must have left my watch somewhere now. And I noticed when I came back with a drink for him, he just took 2 sips of the drink and he said that he's off, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna meet his girlfriend and everything. So I said, alright, cool, bruv. But something said strange the way he was just suddenly just going off just like that, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't think nothing of it. But after he left, I decided I want to go out. And I'm a man who kind of wear my watch every day. That watch I wear every day. So as I'm harnessing up Charlie now to take him out for a walk now, I'm looking for my watch. Can't find my watch. I said I must have left it in the bathroom. Got in the shower. Look in the bathroom, non watch there. I looked everywhere in my house. And my house is not a big house, you know what I mean? Can't find the watch, bruv. So I'm panicking now. Panicking. Where's my watch? Where's my watch? And who was there? Who came to my house today? It was him. So I couldn't prove that he took my watch, but I know that it was only me and him. It was in the house. And since that day, my watch has never been seen again. Do you know what I'm saying? So now, don't forget I'm a Christian. I mean, I believe in God. I go to church every week. I believe in God. But before that, the ex me, and I'm gonna do a video about the ex in your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a video about how God could take away the ex from your life. But the ex me anyway, the ex me was a street man, a road man, top boy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it to boast. It's who I was. You know what I'm saying? And people who know me from the past, some would agree with me, and the haters would disagree with me. You know what I'm saying? Haters don't like to agree that you used to hold down the streets when you was on the road. They don't like to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather call you names and say, nah, my man weren't nothing on the streets. But the truth is, when I was on the streets, there weren't much people who used to play with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because, I've been through it all. I mean, I've been to school, I've been bullied. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like getting bullied, so I bullied the bully. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A good friend of mine up to today, I think he's doing 9 years in prison now. I ain't seen him for a long time, but anytime I see him, I show him love. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I used to beat him up, you know, because he tried to be a bully, and one time he tried to bully me and I just beat him up. You know what I'm saying? That's another story anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a violent man. I'm a quiet person. If you know me, I'm a quiet person. I'm a chilled person. I show love to people and I love to motivate people in their life. That's the real Nathan Brown. You know what I'm saying? But you see, the ex me used to have a temper. The ex me used to be good at revenge. You see, you get me today, but tomorrow is my turn. And after tomorrow, there's none you returning back to me. I was good at revenge. Do you know what I'm saying? But I remember before I got born again and coming to the church, I had to surrender to God a lot of things. I had to surrender my anger, my hate for the people I hated who done me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the most thing what I had to surrender was my revenge. You know what I'm saying? Because revenge was always mine. You know what I'm saying? I, I didn't rely on my revenge. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, cutting that story short now, that was the ex me. I was born again, gave my life to God, you know what I'm saying, serving God, going to the church, changing my life around and everything like that. You know, when you see me on the streets of London or Hackney, you would never believe that I'm the same man who I was then. And the truth is, I'm not the same man who I was then. Because who I was then, I was like the top boy, I was like a gangster then. But now I'm a man of God, serving God and showing love and peace. You know what I'm saying? But only the ones who was there in those days will witness what I'm saying to them now. You know what I'm saying? If my friend Stepto was here, if my friend Rizla was here, rest in peace, my brother. You know what I mean? But that was my right hand man. Anytime you see me, you see Rizla right beside me. You know what I'm saying? That's how we used to roll. You know what I mean? But rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? His birthday was a month before mine, on the same day. Same day, you know what I'm saying, just a month before. You know what I'm saying? So when we used to celebrate big. You know what I'm saying? But I lost him, you know what I'm saying? He's been gone now for maybe about 6 years now. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it still hurts me because, you know, he was my right hand man. You know, when I mean everywhere you see me, you see him. You know what I'm saying? But he passed away. You know what I mean? But anyway, revenge was mine, you know, but serving God now, I had to give and surrender the revenge to God. You know what I'm saying? God says, give me the revenge, give me everything was not pure. You know what I'm saying? And let me change your life around. So I gave it to God, you know. But anyway, this happened just recently. So I've been serving God now for about maybe 7 years now and still trying to get to know him. Do I slip? Do I slide? Yes, I do, sir. You know what I'm saying? Does the enemy remind me of how I used to be? Yes, he does. And it tells me that, you know, how you're living now, you know what I'm saying, is nothing. Because with the way you used to live back in the day, you remember those expensive cars you used to drive. You remember that 11-ounce chain you used to have around your neck. You remember the white gold you used to have on your fingers. You know what I'm saying? You remember when you used to run things on the road, Nathan. You remember? So that's what the enemy keeps on reminding me about. But God says that, you know, I give you my salvation. Come with me. I give you new life. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't need to look up behind my back the way I used to look behind my back when I weren't with God. You know what I'm saying? I walk on the streets freely because I know that God goes before me and He clears my path. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? There's a gamble with hanging with the devil. You know what I'm saying? But there's no gamble when you're hanging with God. Because God has, when God says He's got your back fully. The enemy, the devil will tell you that He's got your back, but he will set you up behind your back. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've seen it happen too much times. You know what I'm saying? So, so I gave my revenge to God, but yet this guy come and thief my watch. So when he thief my watch, all of my past of the way I used to be, the way I used to think, start happening, coming into my mind. And, you know, I noticed, you know what I'm saying, I noticed that I start dress up all in black. Black hat, black jeans, black t-shirt, Where was I going? I weren't sure. It's just my mind frame just told me to just start put on black. It didn't even tell me. It's like I was numb. I wasn't even thinking. I was just dressing. Do you know what I'm saying? Just dressing. And I know roughly where the guy lived. You know what I'm saying? I know where his girlfriend lives. You know what I'm saying? And I said, okay then, you know what? I'm gonna go down there, see my man. I know he ain't gonna admit to it. You know what I'm saying? So I might need to bring him back to my house and question him about it. But I know that to bring him back to my house, he's not gonna wanna come willingly. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna like say, yeah, come let's go to your house, Nathan. Sit down, have a cup of tea and a slice of cake. That ain't gonna happen. So I know that I'm gonna have to talk to him a bit rough and kind of force him and tell him to come to my house because he stole my watch. And I want to get down to the bottom of this. Yeah? So, and I know that I might need to hold him physically to bring him to my house. Yeah? So that's another thing. So as I was just walking out my house, I'm prepared to go for this guy and revenge is on my mind and stole my watch. You know what I'm saying? As I open up my front door, God said to me, God didn't say nothing to me all that evening. Nothing. But as I opened up my door and I felt the wind blow to me, God said to me, before you go, do the maths. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying to you today. God said to me, do the maths. So I said to myself, what maths? You know what I'm saying? What maths? I remember I had a calculator in my office in the back room. So I shut the door again and I came back and I sat down on my chair and I'm speaking to God the way I'm speaking to you now and said, God, what maths do you want me to do? God says, I want you to add up how much watches you can buy between now and maybe 7 to 8 years. And I said to myself, why 7 to 8 years? He never answered me then. So I start doing the maths now, and I calculate. I paid £900 for my watch, yeah, and my watch will be worth £4,000, yeah. So I calculate, the maths, how much watches I can buy between now and 7 to 8 years, and the number was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I could buy myself about 10 watches plus a new car and plus a good deposit on my house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Plus the diamond ring for my missus for when we're getting married. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things I could have done in that 7 to 8 years. And after I got the figures out and I realized what I could buy in between that 7 to 8 years, God reminded me and He said to me that if you go to this guy's house, you're gonna find this guy. And when you find him, you're gonna get angry because he ain't gonna come willingly. And that means you have to force him and bring him to your house. And that is classed as kidnapping. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. By law, it's classed as kidnapping. So you'll be kidnapping this guy to come to your house, whether you hit him, whether you lay a finger on him or not, you're kidnapping him. You know what I'm saying? And the law says if someone is being enforced and being kidnapped, it's the sentence alone is none less than 5 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, if you kidnap him and bring him to your house and start questioning him, asking him, why did he take your watch? Where did he sell your watch? It's a lot of routines you have to go through with this guy to get the information from this guy. And this guy ain't going to give you the information just like that. Do you know what I'm saying? He ain't that kind of guy. So I might need to have to punch him a little bit, smack him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I might need to have to give him a little threat. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. Just to make him know that I'm not playing and make him know that I'm serious and I want information. And I don't know how far I would have to go with him until he starts speaking and giving me that information. So the kidnapping charge already will give you 5 years. plus slapping him up a bit, maybe give you another 2 years. And how far would I go? I don't know, because I was angry with this guy. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that I was a Christian at that time. You know what I'm saying? Hands up, hands up, hands up. You know, because there's some Christians who are like, oh, I'm a Christian today, I'm a Christian tomorrow. Yeah, you are, until when you hit rock bottom and things, you know what I'm saying, things happen to you in your life, you sometimes forget that you're Christian. Sometimes you forget that you believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions take over. You know what I'm saying? I loved that watch. You know what I'm saying? My emotions took over me. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? And the enemy is reminding me, said that, you remember we was on the streets of London? Man couldn't even physically take that watch off you, but let's come to your house and take that watch from you. You know what I'm saying? Because the respect was there. We had to earn the respect. We fight for that respect. You go to Hackney now, you still see my name written on the wall. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how we used to live. You know what I'm saying? But now, man just took my watch. Revenge was on my mind. But God said to me, before I left that house, my house, God said to me, you really want him, don't you? You can have him. But before you have him, just use your calculator and do the maths. And when I check it, if I did all of that plus more, because I know I would end up doing more. I was angry with him. You know what I'm saying? I was angry with him. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, what I really wanted to do is to knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Knock him out. That's what I wanted to really do. So if I did all of that to him, and then he left my house and went to the police station and report me and said that this is what I did to him, I would get a court case and most probably be found guilty. And for kidnapping someone nowadays, there's none probation service for that. It's prison time. Do you know what I'm saying? Prison time. Yeah. And thinking about that, the 8 years I've been working hard to change my life around, meeting God along the way, to turn away friends who I used to hang around with every day. I used to hang around with 20 guys on the streets of London every day. Turn them away. Not make them have my phone number no more. Not make them know where I live no more. Because there was a bad influence and I was a bad influence to them. I'm not saying that they were a bad influence to me. I was a bad influence to them. Because the truth is, I was the leader of that crew. Some people will call it a gang, but you know, I call it a crew because most of us were just music artists. But we used to get up to things as well. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I was on the other side. But now I'm on the God side. You know what I'm saying? It's just love and peace. You know what I'm saying? So all of that I went through, and it took me more than 10 years to get to where I am today. You know what I'm saying? And in just one moment and 1 second of something going wrong in your life, and your reaction is to take revenge, that revenge could put you in prison for life. Or it could put you in prison for 8 years. And when you come out of prison, it's not like you come out of prison and, you know what I'm saying, the government says, here's a JBW watch. You know what I mean? Here's a new flat for you to rent or nothing like that. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You see, when you walk down the street, how much homeless people's on the road, sleeping in park benches and sleeping in different places. You know what I'm saying? All those kind of things there. It's hard to get a place nowadays, even if you're just renting. You know what I'm saying? You know, so all of that, what I build up, would have just go in a second. So that's why I understand when God said to me, do the maths before you go and hurt this guy. Before you go and see this guy, go and do the maths. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't trust myself. I couldn't say to you or say to myself that when I see this guy, I'm going to be calm. I'm not going to hurt him. I'm not going to do whatever. I'll be lying to you. I was in a temper. I was really in a rage. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't so much in a rage, like you see me in a rage, but in my mind, I was thinking revenge. That's all I was thinking. So anyway, I did the maths. And I said, God, I surrender. And as I said surrender, God took back my revenge away from my hand. And I felt peace. Don't get me wrong, I woke up the next morning, I look at my wrist, I said, oh man, my watch. Man took my watch, why couldn't it took something else? You know what I'm saying? It's not about taking nothing else, he should have took nothing in the first place. But now he's got my watch. You know what I mean? So I went through days like that, and days through like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I said to myself, you know what, because I'm a determined kind of person. If you know me really, I'm a determined kind of person. I come back bigger, stronger, and more courageous each time, whatever they do to me. You know what I'm saying? This is one soldier you can't just knock down so easily. You know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to buy a better watch, a bigger watch. You know what I'm saying? A better watch. You know what I mean? A more expensive watch. You know what I'm saying? And I see this watch here, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I know a man can see this. You know what I mean? I bought myself an early present, bruv. It's not no Christmas present, ain't none birthday present. It's just a present. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's called the Champagne JBW. You know what I'm saying? Just came today. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy for it. You know what I mean? And when I put it on my wrist, it just fit me perfectly. It's like it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And it was only a few of them left. You know what I mean? So I got that, you know what I'm saying? But going through what I'm trying to explain to you through this video is that before, a man could owe you £20,000. A man could owe you £5,000. A man could owe you £100, £20. Mans are going out there taking revenge over £20. They said it's not about the money, it's the principle. But what principle are you giving to yourself? What worth are you giving to yourself by hurting this person or taking this person's life because they skanked you out of £20 or £500 or £25,000 and you're taking their life and you're sitting in prison for the rest of your life? How much respect do you really respect yourself? You want people to respect you because you want man to think that you're a bad man. You know what I'm saying? You want man to think that if any man messes with you, you would take their life. So you're a bad man, you want that respect on the streets, yeah? You get that respect. No problem. Man will give you that respect. But only for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Only until you're locked behind bars and doing 15 years in prison. Then man, forget about you. You're nobody again. Man will call you names behind bars, knowing that you can't even touch them. You're nobody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no big shot no more. You know what I'm saying? So God told me to do the maths. And I was so happy that I listened to God. You see, when you hear God's voice speaking to you, it prepares you for what's in front of you. He goes before you and he clears your path. He stands beside you through the storms and tap you on the shoulder so that everything's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? And, I didn't know a guy growing up on the streets of Hackney. I didn't know a guy. He was like a role model for me. You know what I mean? This guy had everything. When I mean everything, he was driving a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Especially in those days, he was driving a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Black man, and he's driving a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? The most jewelry. We used to see chaparita, was called a chaparita. My man had about 10 thick chaparitas on his hand. Each one of them must be worth at least $3,000. You know what I'm saying? Do the maths. You know what I'm saying? Big gold chain. You know what I'm saying? To us, he was our role model. You know what I'm saying? He bought a house, cash. Just about to buy another house, cash. My man was making money. You know what I'm saying? And all of us, all of the youths around the area said, you know what, in our minds, we might not say it to each other, but in our minds we'll say, you know, I'm going to be just like him when I grow up. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is that one guy he really didn't know, who was a robber, a thief, must have skanked him out of £5,000. So he must have been in the same position where I was in the other day. And revenge was on his mind. But the difference is that God spoke to me, and I don't know if God spoke to him that day, but God spoke to me, and I listened to what God said. God might have spoke to him, and he must have said, you know what? Forget it anyway. I'm still going to hurt him. I'm still going to deal with him. So this is bigger levels now. My man picked up his gun and went to the guy and shot the guy right in his balls. Yes, it hit him right in his penis. You know what I'm saying? So police come and everything. He got arrested and everything. You know what I'm saying? He got out, got off bail. You know what I'm saying? The other guy got recovered in hospital. You know what I'm saying? So when he come out now, he managed to get to speak to the guy, and he said to the guy, "Listen, I'm sorry what I've done. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to give you 15 grand right now, and another 20 grand after if you walk away from this court case." Because you know when the police get involved, now it's a court case. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was up for attempted murder, basically. You know what I'm saying? He shot the guy in his balls. He was up for attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, my man's got everything outside, and nothing in the prison, but everything outside. So he had a lot to lose. You know what I'm saying? So he offered the guy, said, "Look, you know what I'm saying? Even though I shot you, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to give you 15 grand in cash right now, and then another 20 grand when all of this goes away." So the guy said to him, "You know what? Yeah, cool. I'm gonna do that for you. Give me the 15 grand now, and I won't go to the police." My man gave him the 15 grand in cash. You know what I'm saying? That's how much money he had, cash. And the guy said he ain't gonna phone the police. He's gonna forget about it, drop all charges. But he went behind my man's back and went to the police and said to the police that the guy bribed him with 15 grand in cash not to carry on and pursue his court case. So when the police hear this now, they immediately got a warrant for the guy, went to his house, arrested him, put him on remand custody. No money was getting him out because he's interfering with witnesses. You know what I'm saying? And bribing witnesses. That's a big charge. That's another charge itself. And my man who got the 15 grand, I heard that it was in the parties buying champagne, speaking to the ladies and doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? Living it up, buying a new car. Then he still had the cheek to go to the court case and testify in front of my man and said that it was him who shot me in the grind, in the balls. And they found him, the man, guilty. And he got what? He got just under 20 years. He got 19 years in prison. 19 years. You know what I'm saying? And this was happening about maybe 24 years ago now. So he must be out by now. But he was a lot older than me, so now he must be about 60, 65 now. You know what I'm saying? He's an older boy than me. You know what I'm saying? He's a boy who I used to look up to. You know what I'm saying? But where his life ended up, I said to myself, you know what? That ain't the way I want my life to end up in. You know what I'm saying? So he never do the maths. But just before I left my front door, God said, "Do the maths." And I prayed today and I said, "Thank God today." You know what I'm saying? When this watch came through today, first class delivery straight from the USA, bruv. You know what I'm saying? When this watch came in today, bruv, you know what I'm saying? I signed for this watch and everything, you know what I'm saying? Postman, everything. But as soon as I got this watch, before I even put it on I said, "Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, for this watch." Not even thank you for the watch. Thank you for me being obedient to you. Because this could have gone completely the wrong way. And really, I didn't even need to tell you about what happened to me in my personal life. Because you see this watch on me tomorrow, you ain't gonna say to me, "Yeah, Nathan, where's the other watch?" Unless you're one of my close boys. And my close boys ain't really around me like that. You know what I'm saying? We speak on the phone mostly. You know what I'm saying? We only meet up now and again. You know what I'm saying? But when we meet up, it's all good times. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't know this story. But the reason why I'm telling you this story is because one day a man might do this to you. And you might think, "Yeah, let me reach for my Bora. Let me reach for my Juka. Let me reach for this. Let me reach for my gun. Let me reach for that." And go shank up, man. But do the maths. God might not tell you directly, but God is telling me, and I'm telling you through God. Before you do those things, before you make that decision in your life, do the maths. How much £1,000 can you make in 20 years, or 19, 15 years, or 5 years? Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's the least prison sentence you'll be getting is 5 years. You know what I'm saying? 5 years, not allowed out, can't sleep when you want to sleep, can't go to the toilet when you want to go to the toilet, can't have a shower. You've been controlled like a robot. You're just a number. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it when you got freedom out here? Okay, man might have skanked you, man might have done you wrong, man might have robbed you, but do the maths. You know what I'm saying? Because because the guy who done that to me, I know that I'm in a better position than him. Right now he's struggling. I see him the other day. I see him struggling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying good that you're struggling. Now I'm not that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of God. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I might go over to him and help him. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Some people might call me a fool in that kind of way, but you know, I am who I am. I ain't no fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do God's work, and I've got a heart, even for my enemies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just so grateful that God said do the maths, and today I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with my new watch. You know what I'm saying? Really nice design. I don't know if you can see it properly. You know what I'm saying, because the shines just brighten up on it. You know what I'm saying? But this watch here, bruv, trust me, straight from the USA. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't be more happier. You know what I'm saying? It's like God gave me back my watch, and he had more to it. You know what I'm saying? He had some more platinum to it. You know what I'm saying? More little diamonds to it. I mean, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man's happy. So I don't know what you get from this video, but all I want you to get from this video, if a man owes you something, if a man tries to rob you, a man takes something from you, you know what I'm saying, instead of take revenge on that man, leave it to God, you know what I'm saying, and do the maths. Say to yourself, is it worth me fighting this guy or hurting this guy over everything that you worked for, over a watch, material things, even though you love the watch, even though you love the diamond ring, whatever you love, the car, whatever, the bling bling. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Once you're out here, bruv, you know what I'm saying, in the land of the living, where there's opportunities around you, you make that money back. You know what I'm saying? There's more diamonds to come. You know what I'm saying? He ain't stole the last diamonds. You know yourself, there's more diamonds to come. You know there's more bling bling to come. You know what I'm saying? You work for that and you get that. You know what I'm saying? So just do the maths, brother. It's Nathan Brown. Peace out to all roadman out there. You know what I'm saying? To all top boys out there. If you did do the maths before you took revenge on that guy, you would have been sitting in prison now for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. Peace out. One love.